Hello, everyone. Hello. Happy December. Can you believe we are in the last month of the year? I can't believe it, but I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this year to end and just 2017. And I can already feel the energy that we're about to enter, that we're already entering. Some of us are already on that path and that energy, and some people are also still tying up loose ends and kind of putting things together so that they can start being on that path of the new energy. So I have a yummy surprise for you today. So let's start. So I promised I was going to talk about my dream, and just with the new moon energy, my dreams have been incredible, and it's not a surprise that my dreams are more intense, but they're also in alignment with what I'm going through and where I'm heading into for 2017. And so last night is very interesting because in the dream I was with a group of people. I think we went somewhere, or we were going to like a conservation or something like that. And when we got there, it was closed for some reason. So nobody was there. So we got in there, and I'm looking further down, and there's a tree there, and I kept feeling that there's something coming. And one of the people that were a woman that was with me was like walking towards there, and I wanted to be like, stop, don't go there. And all of a sudden I see this big, huge black jaguar. Hi, Nicole. Hi. Thank you for being on. And I see this huge black jaguar beginning to walk, and I was like, I knew there was something there. And even though I was excited, I was still I was afraid. I walk with the jaguar, it's part of my animal guide team. But it was something about the woman being there. And I was like, you need to come back. You should come back. But she kept like urging it on and like teasing it. It was very interesting. But anyways, so the woman gets out of the way and it walks right up to me. And I had a feeling that I knew what it was asking me to do. And I was resisting. I was saying, no, I can't. I know what you're asking me, but I have no idea how to do it. And so she grabbed me, and put me in her mouth, and she began running with me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. You need to let me go. And as we were running, I'm talking about, this jaguar is much bigger than me. And so she can just grab, put me in her mouth, and kind of like I'm a cub. And so we're running, and I begin to feel myself shape shift. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm getting this. So we're running, and she's like, see, I knew you can do this. I knew you can do this. So after that, I was taken to a new scene where I felt like I was really close to the ground. And there are like colorful snakes everywhere around me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I felt myself like shaking like this because I don't like snakes. Even though one of my animal guides, you can only imagine, is a big cobra. And he is always with me, always there. He's my protector, my shaman, right? And so I see all these colorful snakes around me everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck? But they looked very small and very colorful. And one of them kind of raised up and kind of like, did its thing. And I did the same thing back at it. And then it just kind of backed down. And so I moved through them, and it was very weird. I couldn't really feel if I was in a human form. I knew that I was something else, but I couldn't tell what I was. And so the next step, I come around the corner, and the next scene, there's this huge, giant cobra sitting, like just coiled up, sitting there, and all the other animals around it. And I hear them saying, hail the king, hail the king. And I was the king. It was very interesting. I was that cobra. And that's why the snakes I was seeing were very small. And it was a big cobra, just beautiful snake. And it looked like, kind of like how this is right now. It looked like the sun was behind its head, and all the animals were bound down to the snake. And then I woke up. I was like, of course, shaman, here we go. Transformation, shape shifting. But it's also about completion, right? Like I've been working this whole year about tuning into myself, clearing the illusions, removing the blocks, really facing my shadows so that I can really step into what I'm here to do. So I can step into my confidence, step into my gifts, but my true gifts, you know, the shaman, the transformation healer, the high priestess, like all of those, and knowing how to blend them all together. But I guess it's more like seeing them as one instead of different parts of myself coming together. They're all one. And I've been seeing this throughout the week where I'm working with a client and they just kind of weave into each other. If they need a shaman, the shaman steps forward and help them clear whatever needs to be cleared. If they need that goddess energy, the high priestess steps in and ignites their goddess energy, their womb fire, activate their own goddess seed, golden seed. If they need the ritual master, that's the strict one. It's like, you need to get this done. You need to stop repeating that pattern. The ritual master steps in. And so I've really learned how to put it all together, like how they're one. I don't have to separate them. And it feels comfortable for me to, it feels great, not comfortable. It feels really great to be able to work in that energy flow. You know, this is me in my wholeness, in my completion. And guess what? My word for the year, do you know what that is? Wholeness. And this is December, and everything has come together. So tomorrow's, let's talk a little bit about tomorrow. So I have a good treat for you guys. So I've been, as you know, my Moon Goddess Academy, I'm taking in women right now, and this will start in 2017. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to actually talk about the process. So today is December 1st, and this is the process I do for every month. And this is the same thing that I'm going to be teaching the 10 women in my Moon Goddess Academy so that they can really step into each month in that energy and create a life that they see themselves living and empower themselves and feel excited about each and every day of their lives. Going to be incredible. I'm excited for that, but I'm going to walk you through so you can see how I do it. So I'm going to do my December processing with you so you can see it. And then tomorrow, this is a sweet stuff. So tomorrow, Fridays, I do the messages for the soul. So this Friday is going to be actually me doing the same process for each person that comments on the meme that I'll post later. And so I'm going to be choosing the door for you, the door for this month. This is all going to be this month. So you can really, you know, like end this year in a big way, you know, so that you can enter 2017 like, here I am, let's do it. So we're going to be choosing the door for you, the key for December, your archetype, your goddess archetype. And I'm going to be explaining this when I start talking about how mine is. You're going to see how they all play together. So we're going to go through that. But that's my treat for you. And then we'll talk about the energy of December. Actually, I'm just going to do that right now because I'm going to be talking about mine anyways. December, last month of the year. December is in the 12th house. And this is the house of completion. Here's the interesting thing about this year. This year in itself, numerology wise, it is the year of 9, and 9 is completion. And then December is also completion. So we're getting that double completion. I mean, it couldn't be better. We are completing a huge chapter of our lives, of our consciousness. I'm getting a lot of consciousness. We're completing that old self. Anything that doesn't resonate with us, that we know does not belong anymore, doesn't work for us anymore, but for some reason we're stuck in that pattern for so long. We are completing all of that. And so if you notice, I know most of you have been going through this. You're constantly being challenged to step out of your old programming. You're constantly being challenged to step out of that old way of thinking, old way of seeing things that don't work for you anymore. And you're being taken into a higher aspect, a higher way of thinking. And it's basically you're being taken inside within yourself. And if you've been working with me, you notice that all the meditation have been to that sacred heart garden. And there's a reason for that, because that's where we need to go. And that's where we can find our true answers, our true selves, so that we can really know what we're here to do, what our true path is. Everything that we need is within us. But sometimes we get so stuck on the outside that we forget about it. We forget about the magic that lies within us. I mean, it truly does lie within us. It's not something that you just say, or it's just something that you meditate on. This is real within you. As within, so without. There's a reason why that saying is there. So that's what we've been doing, but that's what a lot of people are being challenged to do, to step within, to get away from that outside, all that distraction on the outside, and really step within to listen to themselves. Listen to your higher self. Listen to your divine team who are in that sacred heart garden with you, and really find what you're here to do. Like, zone in on it. You know, what am I here to do? How do I want to live my life? Like, start asking yourself questions. Do I still want to do this? Do I still want to work in the bank? Or do I want to do readings for women? Or do I want to empower women? You know, these questions are coming up for a reason. Whatever questions you've been munching on has been coming in for a reason, because you need to decide. You need to decide whether you want to continue following the path that you've been doing for a long time but hasn't led you anywhere, or you can step into your divine soul path, which is where you've always wanted to go to, but fear has prevented you from taking that step. And 2017 is all about operating from that zone, operating from that dimension, from that place of alignment, from that place of attunement, working with your higher self, working with your divine team, working with divine source, both mother and father. You getting this? Do you see how big 2017 is going to be? So let's bring it to December, because we need to end this year in a big way. If you still need to do some healing, get it done. No playing around. Trust me. Whether you decide to or energetically, the divine will step in. Hi, Monique. Hi, my love. Yes, you are, Mama. Yes, you are. You're ready. You're already there, my love. So whatever you need to do this month to close it out, and I'm talking about closing out this whole cycle, 9-year cycle. It's not just December. We've been on this 9-year cycle. We're closing that out this year. Next year, 2017, we're starting all over again. We're in year 1. So not only is January going to be a new beginning, but the 9-year cycle is also going to be a new beginning. Powerful. Powerful. And here's the thing. I started the Moon Goddess Academy because I was tired of seeing people go through year after year after year and missing all the divine blessings that were being showered upon them, missing all those divine marks that were constantly in your face, missing that each energy of each month that can assist them to create the life that they want to live. I was tired of that. And the people that were around me that really benefited that I taught these process, like, they can attest. You can see how their life went from unconsciousness to consciously aligned, creating your life in your alignment. It's powerful. It's empowering. You know, it's like awakening that creator within you and knowing that everything that you experience on this planet, you are creating that. You have that power to create exactly what you would like to experience, what you would like to feel, who you want to be around, even call in your divine partner. We have that power. And so no more missing that mark. Start in 2017, at least the women in my academy, they're going to be receiving all of these, and they're going to be creating your life in a whole new way, in a new way of alignment, of activation, of empowerment, of confidence, of abundance. Oh, it's going to be amazing. So I'm excited. So I'm going to give you, so what I usually do, let's just start here. And this is the same process that I'm going to be introducing in the academy. But this is December, so this is the process I do every month. I work with the major arcana. So each month I draw a major arcana and a minor arcana. Now it could be from any of the 4 suits. whichever you need to focus on, that's what the divine will guide you to. I know, right, Monique? That's what the divine will lead you to choose. So my major arcana, okay, so the major arcana is actually door. So the doorway to the month. So see December as the door, and the major arcana is like the gatekeeper, like just, you know, right there. And then I choose the minor arcana, which is the key. And so when I walk up to the door of December, I give the key to the doorkeeper, open it up into the energy and all the possibilities and the magic of the month. And so that all of that will begin to come in. So let me tell you what I'm showing you. Oh, and the other thing that I use, so I use the tarot card, and you can use any tarot card, but I really advise you to choose the tarot that really feels good to you. You know, like the one that is in vibration with you. Like this tarot card, I'm very picky with the cards that I choose, or the, you know, like the card deck that I choose. I don't just go and choose. I literally see which one calls to me. And this one, it has like this Egyptian theme. It's it's unique, you know, just like me. It's out of the norm. I'm definitely out of the norm. And I love it. But it was this image right here. And this was the image. Look at how shiny it is. This was the image that I held for a long time when I was looking for, or when I was calling in my twin flame. And that was the image I had, you know, like I had it framed in my living room. Like that's what vibrated with me. And then when I was ready to choose a tarot card, guess what came in? That one. I went to the store. That was the only one there. And it just like, I walked straight to it. That's it. And I love it. It goes with my energy. So when you're choosing a tarot card or even an oracle card, I want you to really, don't just buy it because of what is in there, but really feel it. Like feel it. Does it feel good to you? Because that's how you know it's going to be in resonance with your energy. It's going to be the most accurate for you in terms of the messages that is given to you. So be picky when it comes to cards. So the other one that I use, and this one is through the Goddess Mystery School that I'm in, and it is part of our studies, and it's the 13 Moon Mystery School, and these are the goddess cards. So it has all the different phases of the goddess, and it also has each goddess archetype and also what they bring in. So you can kind of see this one. It's beautiful. It's so powerful too. There's so many dimensions to it. This is one of the goddess archetype cards. So the destroyer and creator is, I mean, you know, this is all Kali Ma written all over it. It's quite powerful, like what we're studying in that school. And so I also use these cards too, and I do the same process. Choose the main archetype, the goddess archetype, and also the key, which is telling me what the archetype is bringing to me. What after that has activated within me, what is coming in with it. So, or the work, because usually you have to do a little work and then the blessings follow right in. So this month of December, month of completion, and also completion in general of this 9-year cycle, my door, so my main major is the High Priestess. Now this is so important. I mean, when I drew this, like the beginning of the year, like made the whole wheel, you know, like I do the 12 for each 12 houses. You know, when you're looking at your chart, there's the 12 houses, which give you different information about, you know, who you are, what you're here to do. They give you the whole picture of who you are. And so you pull it for, you know, each of the houses, each 12, which is also 12 months. And then I also choose a 13th card, which is my self-mastery. So that tells me the whole year, this is what I'm going to be working on. This is what my energy is in. This is what my mastery is in. And so my 13th card was also the High Priestess. It's very interesting, right? It's like, yeah, I need to be in that priestess energy all year. So my major card, the door, is the High Priestess. And so I know that this has to do with me stepping into that, the goddess energy, but it's not just, you know, being the goddess. It's about teaching other women to also step into their goddess energy. It's about being the reflection for other women, what it means to be a priestess. So a priestess is a goddess in action. A priestess is a goddess in action. So it's the goddess that goes out there and empowers other women to also step into their god of selves or activate them without even, it could be you just being in my energetic field and you get activated. I become a reflection for you. I become an activator for you. And I've seen this throughout the whole year. And up to this point, I have embraced it. I enjoy working with the goddess energy. I enjoy watching women blossom in that energy, you know. So that's my doorway. And then my key is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. So, where did I put it? So I wrote a little bit about it. So when we're looking at the minor arcana, we know there's the four suits. There's the cups, the swords, the wands, and also the pentacles. We know the pentacles has to do with your physicality, the material world. What do you need? Your security. We know the cups have to do with water, which brings in your emotional aspect of things. And then we have the swords, which is the air, which is where you, it's the mind, it's where you receive the action steps, the divine action steps. So if you needed like a guidance on like what is the next step to take, you want to work with the swords, whatever, like that's where you would find your answer. And of course, the wand is the fire cards. This is your connection to spirit. This is where you receive that divine inspiration. This is where the divine comes and meets the physical. So you can kind of see how each of the four suits are like different levels of yourself. Emotions, mental. We also have your spiritual connection, and then your physicality. So material world, your needs, your security. Like security keeps coming in. Who doesn't need that, right? We're in the physical world. We need that. And so mine, the Six of Wands. So it has to do with public recognition, victory, progress, self-confidence, success. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I'll take that anytime. So these are my cards for this month. This is just for this month. The High Priestess, of course, is, you know, the higher powers intuition. Intuition is huge. So me being able to tap into that channel, my channeling gifts, and also the mediator. Mediator is my archetype for the month. That's another part I'll talk about. That's the other section of it. So the archetype of the mediator is being like the bridge between the divine and the physical. That's who I am. And especially for December, this is the archetype that I bring in. So the door is the High Priestess, which it has to do with me connecting to my intuitive gifts, my psychic abilities, and then being successful. Like I've been doing this all year, and now it's like people really see it, and you know, people recognize it, and I feel comfortable doing it, and I feel great doing it, and I'm in tune, I'm connected. And if I still need to work on it, then yeah, I'm going to be doing that a little bit more work for the rest of December, so that come in 2017, I'm all ready to go. But whatever the mystery is, so I know a little bit of what these cards are bringing to me. So you will get like a little glimpse of it, but here's the magical part, that is also a mystery aspect of it. When you're dealing with the divine feminine mysteries, you know, it's like the dark void. You get specks of lights. That's what you get. Like the idea is a little bit of, well, this is what this month could do. Definitely this is what this month can bring. But the magic is what is behind that we can't quite see yet. It's like the surprise. I love the surprises, you know. It's like at the end of everything, you're like, surprise, here you go. And you get this one too. You're like, yay, I did good. So that's the good thing about these cards. Don't worry if you don't know all the answers. You're not supposed to know all the answers. Just do your best. And you just tune into each card. You can do your research and kind of get the gist of what each card means. And you will notice, like when I'm reading the meanings, I underline the keywords. So there's some words that will pop out at me, and that's the one that I will underline. It's like, okay, these ones resonate with me. I can write that down. But the best way to use these or any of the other cards, just sit with the cards. So at the beginning of the month, like today, I will do this and I'll write it all down in my journal. And then for the rest of the month, I'll be like, okay, High Priestess, I know we're doing this. What do you have for me? Every single day, what do you have for me? And I place it on my altar. I'll probably show you guys in a little bit my altar. So I have all my cards on my altar, and so that when I'm doing my morning prayers, my morning rituals is right in my face. I know what this month is. I know what my key is. I know what the door is. I know which goddess is working with me. And so they're all right there holding space for me all the whole entire month. It's so powerful. So that was the door and the key in the major arcana. So I have the wands, which has to do with my spirituality. So I know December is going to be all about spirituality, like connecting to the higher self. And my dreams have already been leading me there. I mean, my animal guides have been coming in. You know, it's already started. So I know it's going to be that type of month. It's going to be amazing. Monique, yes. So, Monique, here's the thing. Tomorrow, so usually I do the messages for the soul. Tomorrow, I get to do this for you for the month of December. So I'm gonna put a meme there and just comment on there. So whether you're gonna be there live or not, you will get the replay. So I will do the same process for you, kind of give you a little, gist of how your month is gonna go, but give you these keys too, the same thing that I'm going through. You're going to be getting all of these for the month of December to also give you like an idea of how the Moon Goddess Academy is going to be. This is what's going to be going on every single month. Dissecting the month, the energy of it, knowing what kind of energy we're stepping into and how you can work with that energy. So yes. So Monique, I'm going to post a meme, comment on there so that regardless if you're on there live or not, you can still get your key to this month. It's going to be so fun. I'm excited. Totally excited. Okay. So the other part is the goddess energy, because that's just who my archetype is. That's what I came here to do, to be able to live that goddess archetype in this physicality and create my temple. Like I'm very mystery school temple. That's to my core, like most of my past lives have been in the temple as the high priestess. It is in my blood. I get it. And if I could bring those past life, those beautiful temples here and create it, which I think I will, actually, is coming in very strongly. I will someday we'll have a beautiful temple where beautiful women can come in and really honor themselves as the goddesses that they are and understand that they hold a power within them that goes way beyond, that is deep, that is mysterious, yeah. I can talk about that all day. So in terms of the goddesses, so my archetype is the alchemical goddess. Now this card, it is so powerful. So this is the new archetype in the goddess archetypes that was introduced this year. And that's because there's a need for a new archetype. So the alchemical goddess is basically the combination of all the different goddesses in one face. This is like the integrated archetype. So, but how should I explain it? It's like I keep seeing like a golden, like glowing golden archetype. So put in all the wholeness. There we go. Oh my gosh, which is my word of the year. A whole archetype, right? Infusing all the different archetypes into one, activated and in alignment and grounded. It's like that archetype is both spirit and earth. She understands how to be in that spiritual realm and also live in this physical planet. Live abundantly and successfully. Everything makes sense. Everything is in harmony. Everything is in alignment. That's my card for this month. That's the archetype I'm working with. And this makes a lot of sense to me because all year, all the goddesses that I chose, it's all the 12 goddesses. And so not everybody, like if I did your chart for you, everyone receives it looks very differently. So you might not have this as your 12th archetype or the one in the last year. But for me, because of the work I had to do, this is my card. And I see this as a reward, but it's also, I keep hearing with great power comes great responsibility. I've been hearing this since I was a kid. With great power comes great responsibility. This is who I am. And this is who I am stepping into 2017. So I hope you're ready for that energy I'm bringing in, if you're not already feeling it. So that's the door. That's the main archetype, the alchemical goddess. Ooh, yeah. The alchemist. Ooh. That's one of the ones that came in, like, I think it was last month. It's like, yeah, you do know that you do have that archetype and you need to start stepping into that. Being able to, like my whole life, learning how to change the lead into the gold, and also teaching others that, yes, this is where your life is and this is the gold of your life. This is where you want to go to. But here are the tools and here's the pathway to how to get there. And here are the ways, or the anything, you know, the tools, yeah, to help you remove the blocks, to get you to where you need to be and have the support while you're walking on the path. And so, yeah, the alchemist. So my key is this card, which goes, each of the goddess archetypes have their own, it's almost like the minor arcanas in the tarot. This is kind of like that. And so each of them have their own tools that come with it. And so for me, the alchemical goddess, this is what I chose, embrace. So just by looking at this card without even diving into its mystery or reading the book about it, I look at it, I'm like, alchemical goddess, okay, it's a culmination of everything I did this year. And it's time for me to really walk my walk and talk my talk fearlessly. Fearlessly, yes. Boldly, confidently, you know, and the embrace, it's like, it's time to just embrace it. This is who you are. Stop denying it. Stop cutting yourself down. My coach was telling me today, I think it's funny, that it's so in alignment with my card. He's like, girl, I was like, yep, I know. It's all in alignment, you know, walking my walk, talking my talk, knowing who I am. I am a powerful being. My gifts are intense, they're activating, they're transforming. But I am here to create something big. I am here to create major shifts in the lives of women, majorly women, to really awaken that goddess within, the high priestess, walking that path to beauty, knowing that everything about you is beautiful and everything about your world is beautiful. And if you do not like it, then simply create that which you want on the outside, on the inside. That's how you manifest. As within, so without. As within, so without. So that's for this month. And then one thing I wanted to show you. So in my journal, I know I was telling you about how it is. So every month, and I don't know if you can see this, but I will write the name of the month there, the energy of it, completion, and then kind of go through each of them. So I put out the tarot card, the major one that I chose. So I put, this one was like from 2014, and I had the magician, which was like perfect for me. The archetypes I write that day, I also put the meaning there. So my archetype, the mediator, which is exactly the archetype that I have this month, because it's a life archetype. So that one just, it keeps circling. And so the mediator, you know, the loving, the I am, and then knowing that it's the 12th house, which is the house of the divine self. So this month has to do with your divine self. And for me, with all the cards that I drew, which is connecting me to that divine self, and really, it's not just escaping and going to connect to my divine self, it's anchoring that divine self here in the physical form. You know, like really bringing it here now so I can do the work that I'm here to do. And then I go through, you know, the body. So that is like, am I working on the mind? Am I working on emotions? So for me, I chose the wands, which has to do with spirit. So I know December is going to be all about working with that spiritual self, that divine self, really anchoring down to, you know, integrating, not anchoring down, integrating that divine self in my physicality. And then I put, you know, also calling. But each month is kind of like this process. Some of the months I will, you know, something else will come in and I'll write it on there. But throughout the month, I journal about whatever comes in. So if I go back and review my journal entries for the whole month, I mean, it's mind blowing. If anybody follows this, it's like, it really does change your life. And this is something that we do in the mystery school. I mean, it's like at the end of every year, we begin to do this process, choosing our doorways, our keys, our archetypes, created intentions, numerology, so knowing which year you're entering into, like personal year, and then also knowing the energetic, like the mass conscious year, the energy of it too. We go through all of this. We write down our 13 intention, which is magical number 13, also the number of the divine goddess. And you do that for your personal life, your business, you know, partnership. You do all of that intention. So it's like a whole month of preparation that we do in the mystery school just for this. And that's why each year we create our years in consciousness. We don't just simply go by. You know, like if I set an intention and it doesn't come true or it doesn't come into fruition, I know that I still did work to make sure that it will come into fruition next time. You know, so there's a lot of communication between me and the divine throughout the year. And each month, knowing each month's energy, knowing which archetypes came to you, which major arcanas, which minor arcana, like all of that gives you a picture of how your year is going to be. That's how powerful this is. And this is just a little aspect of it that we're going to be doing in the Moon Goddess Academy. So you can, I mean, for the whole of 2017, these 10 women are just, they're in for a treat. And we're going to do a before, so January before, and then at the end of the year, so that you can see the difference between, or how far they have come throughout the year. It's going to be so powerful. I don't go a year without doing this. And even my partner now loves it. Like if I forget, he's like, wait, are we going to do my chart? Are we going to pull my cards? Like he's into it. And he's kind of like, you know, like the person is like, whatever is the energy, you know, I like to say that, but I think he gets it. He's just giving me a hard time. So, and the others that, you know, come to me like, can you pull my cards for me? Can you help me understand this? Or they'll come to me monthly to get a reading on each of the month and get the cards. So in the academy, you're going to be getting all of this. So you're going to have group calls where we're able to work with the energy in that group dynamic, in the group amplification, right? Holding the intention for the year, holding the intention for the month, holding the intentions for each of the moon cycle, because this is the goddess we're working with here. We're bringing in all the elements of the goddess and using those tools that you receive to also create your outer world as it is in your inner world. We're creating magic here. We're activating the alchemist here, right? We're creating the gold that we know we are. I think it's funny that that light behind me is like, oh, gold and shiny. Perfect alignment. Yes, please. So, and then the other thing that I do, and because we're physical beings, you know, like all of these are, you can journal about it, you can write down your cards, you can tune in, meditate on it, get the, you know, what you need from it, or get the inspired actions coming in, the inspired inspiration coming in. And then for me, this is what makes me, it helps me ground things, because I'm a master of the spiritual realm, which means that the physical doesn't make any sense to me. And it's something that I've been working on for so long. And so I have to create rituals that will really bring me in the physical. And so drawing mandalas, I love drawing mandalas. And then I use this to set intentions. So this is just an example. And you can see the intention on the other side. And I use this book, and this is the book that I published this year, Manifesting with Mandalas, that you can get on Amazon. And what I do, I just write the intention down on the page, and then the next one, I just color. I just bring in the colors. I color the mandalas. But here's the thing about these mandalas is that as I'm coloring, the answers come in and I begin to write it in there with the colors. And then after I'm done with that whole coloring, then I can process it and even get more information about it. There's like so many different dimensions to this mandala. But this is a way that I make it physical. So I have all the energetics. I have all the spiritual information. You have the cards to hold on to look at. You can even bring in that the wisdom of sound, of music. Make it physical so you actually ground the energy, because that's where most people get stuck, especially the people who have mastered the spiritual realm. It's very easy to tune in here and bring it, and it makes sense here, but then it gets stuck here. There's no way for it to be expressed on the outside or be grounded into the physical realm, which is where it needs to be. You need to bring it down, process it through the higher mind, and ground it through your roots into Mother Earth so that it can grow into this physicality. And so for me, the drawing of the mandalas, the coloring of the mandalas, writing down my intention, writing down my process, and journaling, all of that makes it real for me. All of that makes it. So whatever works for you. And tomorrow we'll talk more about this as I'm doing this for each person who's interested. We can go through kind of like the inspired steps, something physical that you can do to really help you ground the energies that you are bringing in this month to really help you close this year in a big way, so you can also enter 2017 in the big way. So you are in for a treat. So I'm going to be posting the meme later. Just go ahead and comment below. If you're there live with me, perfect. You can ask me questions as I'm pulling your cards for you. If you're not, just watch the replay, send me the questions, and we can go more into details. We can even do like a whole reading on it. But if you're being called to join my Moon Goddess Academy, don't hesitate. There's a reason why you're being called. When this came in, when this got channeled in, it was very specific. 10 women. There are 10 women that need this. And this was created for these women. So, and the way the divine made this is that if you are one of these women, that call is loud. Like you can't. Every woman that has signed up for it, they all tell me the same thing. I saw it. I felt it. It was a go, and I don't even know what it is, but I am in. Like, it's a very clear call, a strong, powerful call. So if you feel this, do not put it aside. You're ready to take your life, your business, all the aspects of your life to a higher level, to a bigger place. You're ready to step it up. You're tired of cutting yourself down. You're tired of living just because you're tired of working, just because you're tired of doing the things that you don't like. It's time for you to step it up. It's time for you to do the things that you really want to do. It's time for you to wake up every morning excited to go to work because you're doing exactly what you love to do. It doesn't matter how busy it is. It doesn't matter, you're doing what you love to do, and that is the key. There's nothing like it. Like what I'm doing right now, I could sit here and do it all day. I can see my clients and do readings and talk about energy, and it feels good and it feels authentic. And it comes from that place, that golden seed within me, in alignment with my higher soul self, in alignment with your higher soul self. And it feels amazing. I can do this all day. And I have the energy because I am in alignment with my path. I have the energy, I have the inspiration, I have the passion to support me. I have my divine team to support me. When you are in alignment, when you're living from a place of alignment, magic happens. Magic happens on all areas of your life, in all dimensions of yourself. This golden light behind me begins to glow from within you. You glow from within you. You look back on your life and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here. But I did all those work so I can be right here. And I'm going to enjoy the crap out of it. Better yet, I'm going to show you how you can enjoy the crap out of it. Right? Because you do your job, you do your work, you face your shadows, you clear the blocks, and then you lead others to also get there. We're here to help each other out. And like Monique is one, like, oh my gosh, I love this sister. I love this sister. Amber, Annette, absolutely. Both of you, I love you guys because you have guided me in ways that have literally blown my world open. And I am so excited to really do what I'm here to do. There's something about working in a team, in a group, that support that you get and the reflection that you get, it's incredible. Nobody said you have to do this alone. You don't have to. You're not supposed to. You're actually on this earth to learn that you're not supposed to do this by yourself. You have a whole team. I'm talking about spiritual and physical team. If you don't know your team, then you need to call them in physically and spiritually. And that's what I did. I stepped in. My spiritual team, they've always been there. It's normal for me. But the physical part, I had no idea how to do that. And when I took that step to simply just say, you know what, I have no idea what this will look like, but I need help with this. Then it was like Claire, Monique came in. And then I was like, I need help with this. And then Amber showed up. It's like the universe conspires for you to live from the place of your heart, from that place of fullness, of wholeness, of completion, of abundance, of ripeness, of sweetness. Like, oh, I can't even say anymore. So my loves, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to put the meme up for tomorrow's amazing monthly energetic reading for each and everyone who comments on there. If you can be live on there, I would love that, because then I can really interact with you. You can ask questions. I can really guide you to dig deeper into what your energetic chart, I like to say it, or the vision or the dimensions of your chart is. But if not, and you watch this later, just send me the messages and then we can do that. And again, if you're being called very strongly to join my Moon Goddess Academy, come in, sister. We are waiting. Come in. It's time. Namaste, everyone. Mwah! Much love. See you tomorrow.